Checking can.
Fuck. I think we're a little bit cut off there. Yeah, just trying to slide in. What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in. Special edition butt stuff.
Thursday butt stuff.
Yeah.
We have an evening edition here of your favorite podcast that usually takes place on Sunday afternoons.
It's usually an hour as well.
Usually an hour. We're doing a quick, short one here for you, just so we can satisfy your earbuds.
Really, when you think about it, a quickie is all you need, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Just a quick rough and tumble good time.
Everyone loves a good quickie.
You know,
When referring to podcasts.
Get it in, get it out, get over. Now with life. Just like butt stuff.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
I was at work earlier and somebody was wondering what a butthole smelled like. And I was like, you know what a butthole smells like.
Really?
Everyone knows what a butthole smells like.
Have they never scratched? You know? Scratch and sniff? Nobody else does that? It's just me? I'm the only degenerate?
I have never scratched.
We're gonna go ahead and say everyone knows what a butthole smells like.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I've scratched.
Did you sniff, though?
It probably unintentionally.
Sometimes I just sniff to see if I did actually hit the butt.
Oh, I sniff all the time because then it's a good indicator of, like, my hygiene. You know?
Yeah.
I got a little. Sometimes it's just a little post wipe. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get the little bits of paper in there.
Sometimes you just wipe and it slides a little bit, and you're like, "Oh, did I just get my finger in there?" And you check it, and you're like,
"Oh, wait,
oh yeah,
oh yeah." You gotta watch.
That's right. Well, anyway, welcome to the program.
We just brought you in with a little Lady Madonna, the Beatles karaoke version.
I don't think you're allowed to say it.
Yeah, we just brought you.
It's a mystery.
Oh, we just yeah.
I'm not gonna pay Paul McCartney for this shit. Are you joking?
Yeah, it was technically by the karaoke band.
Yeah, it was by the Carafun.
By the karaoke players.
Specifically to not pay Paul McCartney.
Yes.
I don't blame him. He's got enough money.
Dude, speaking of which, did you see that the fucking Nevermind kid is trying to sue now for child porn?
I did not see that. No.
I didn't see that, but I had seen, like, I want to say a few years ago I saw an article that was like, "Oh, this is where he's at now." And they were like,
yeah, because every single year he retakes the fucking thing to remind people that he's the Nevermind kid.
And now it's child porn.
Now he's trying to sue Dave Grohl, the Foo Fighters, and the other guy. Who's the fucking
Vaselli?
Yes. Not important, clearly. That's
why. I mean, if you think about it, it would be pretty. I mean, I guess no one would ever know it's you because you were a baby.
Well, he reminds them every year, and he has Nevermind tattooed on his chest.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, imagine not having any say in the situation, and then the entire world gets to see your baby dick at every turn.
At least they saw it when he was a baby instead of when he was an adult. With a baby dick.
Yeah, true.
I did know. Like, here's the thing, though. Like, I cracked a joke about this back in March because when they were canceling, it was like a Dr. Seuss book they were pulling back. I was like, what's next? They're going to cancel Nirvana for having that kitty porn on the album cover. And here we are.
You gave him the idea.
I premised it, dude.
You pushed him in that direction. He listened to you, your bit, and was just like, you know what, that guy's right.
You know, I honestly think that this will be like a landmark case because there's, like, where do we stop? You know what I mean? Are we going to sue the families of all the sculptors who've been sculpting little baby dicks for years?
How many times did that get laid?
Every time. That guy is the only reason that anybody would touch that baby dick of his is because he was on the Nevermind album cover, and they had it just, like, subconsciously drilled into their head when listening to, like, Teen Spirit and shit. You know?
I don't think anyone's jerking off to the album cover.
No, I didn't say that, but it's
no. But I mean, like,
if you're a pedo might, I guess, I don't know. Like, think about it. Like, that's the one child porn that guy can possess that they won't, like, he could have that in his car. He could have that wherever. They're not going to be like, all right, book him. It's a good CD though.
It does smell like Teen Spirit.
No, but it is one of those things where like there is definitely a line. Like I remember, like dude, maybe do you remember ever having your ass out and your mom taking a picture? Did that happen to you guys?
Bro, there's all sorts of pictures of me naked in the bathtub, fucking just naked, just like out wherever, man. I'm just like, oh yeah, there's 5-year-old Jim with his dick out.
Dude, okay, so I don't know what it was. I don't know why, but I had this cowboy hat on. And whenever I had this cowboy hat on, I would move and I would have to get my ass out. It was just part of the character. And so like I remember distinctly mom being like, you know, put your ass away. We're trying to take a picture. You look so cute in the cowboy hat. Wouldn't do it. I just had this incredible like energy that I had to have. Like I was like, take it. Like, you know what I mean? That picture's like the only one I have in the photo album. Is my mom a child pornographer?
Oh, well, I don't think so.
No.
If it's in your own home, you know, within the family,
You know,
I
is
guess.
she
90% of abuse happens, you know, from somebody who you're related to or something like that. Some statistic I just made up.
But however, you do have to make that your new onstage persona. Is wearing the cowboy
hat on, ass
always
out.
have your ass out.
I don't know, dude. People don't really respect the ass out comics. I did shirt off once. Didn't really work for me. So I think I'm gonna keep my clothes on for the most part until at least I get in better shape.
You can't be it's a full moon tonight. You just slowly turn around.
I feel like that's hack now. I feel like it's been done, you know? There was this guy, like, okay, there's another comic who literally he's Afghan. It's not as bad. I guess it's like a Chinese person getting like a Chinese character, but it's like, I don't know. Since he owns it, he's not bullied by it. You know what I mean? He's free, but he gets his ass out on the edge. And every time he does, I'm like, oh, Chauvin.
Here we go again.
No,
Out with the ass.
He's just a prop comic who gets prop tattooed on his ass. No, but like, no, it is something though. Like when you think about it, because like if you're scrolling through Instagram, and like I had this a couple of years ago, I was working with this woman who was pregnant. I mean, when she had the kid though, like the first thing she did was put up a naked baby picture. You know, it's just kind of like what they do.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, here's my naked fucking baby. But is that kiddie porn? At what point? What age?
Putting it on the book, yeah.
If you distribute it like on the internet, that's a different story, right?
That's a good question too, though. At what age is it? Oh, does it stop being okay for you?
I reported the photo, so
like
they left it up.
Like there was a family of kids down the street from us that would like all run around naked, and they were like well past the point of
that's not okay.
Like, yeah.
You know, it's kind of funny. Well, like, as I just had my dad stay with me this weekend, and
He was
you know,
naked.
well, those like
He had a cowboy hat and his ass out.
he did have a cowboy hat. But no, I mean, one of the things that was kind of funny to me was like, because you know, I live by myself. I don't like shut the door. Like, you know, I go into the bathroom. I don't have to shut the door.
We like to crap with the door open. Talk about pussy.
Yeah. So I thought it was funny, just like, you know, I would just walk past the bathroom and just like my dad's just like taking a piss and just like, oh, what's going on? Or like, you know, I was like, I'm not gonna shut the door. I'm like, you know, I'm taking a piss. My dad's to like smoke, and it's just like, you know, it's kind of funny to me.
Do you guys remember peeing with your dad? Did that not happen for you guys?
I don't remember that
You-
now.
I never crossed streams with my
Hold
dad.
on, not cross streams.
Never
Wait,
cross streams.
your pop teaching you how to pee? That didn't happen for y'all?
No, I'm sure it did. But
Did I
I'm
have
sure
a weird childhood?
That was
I don't
at a
remember.
very young age.
Yeah.
I have a very good memory. I'm not saying I was peeing with my dad until I was like, you know,
You were
like 11. I'm talking about like 2, 3, like potty training years.
Yeah,
No?
I
Still-
don't remember much from when I was 2.
I
Wish I
remember
did.
distinctly being potty trained because I remember being like a huge ass about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like the last thing I wanted to do was take responsibility for my own poos.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember distinctly being, I was probably like 6, 7, you know, just being like, I need help. Like, you know, no, I'm just kidding. But like, I remember like this one time, my half sister's like 18 years older than me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was over visiting from like college or something like that. And I was like 3 or something. I was still potty training. And I remember calling from the bathroom and being like, I need help. Like, just like that. And my half sister came to wipe me, and I just said to her, I was like, no, I meant somebody from my family.
Oh, wow.
And that stuck with me for years. I still think about that sometimes. Like anytime I see her, I'm like, we're family.
Well, I see why you would remember that.
Yeah.
But I also remember like I don't know. I remember the whole process because I remember every piss that like I didn't hit the fucking toilet seat, being so proud, being like, come look, like, you know what I mean? I was very proud of my movement. What do you call pee? Is a pee a movement?
Yeah.
Or is that a shift?
No, because you make a bowel movement. That's where movement comes from.
All right, but what's a
You'd
bladder
be
movement?
Relieving yourself.
Okay.
Relieving your bladder.
Emptying.
Empty. Yeah, you were emptying.
Draining the main vein,
as they call it.
Is that what they said when you were? All right, Eddie, we're gonna teach you how to drain the main vein.
Dude, this is so silly. I remember, literally, I have like talking about it now. I just unlocked like 4 or 5 more memories.
The core memories.
Dude, I remember like distinctly asking about I remember being like, what's the penis? Like, I remember being a kid being like, what the fuck? I remember finding out what a circumcision is because I heard somebody talk about it on like an HBO show. And then and
you busted in the door and you were like, what the fuck, guys?
No, not at all. I was watching, I think it was like Sex and the City or like, it was like something my mom was watching. I heard about it on the TV. And then like I asked my dad later on, I was like, Dad, what's like a circumcision? And he told me. And then like the next day at the dinner table, I was like, yeah, it's worse than getting a circumcision. Am I right? He's like, I'm not going to teach you these words if you're going to use them.
You're going to say them at the dinner table.
Yeah.
And they're like, don't worry.
Dude, like thinking about
in
it
their
now,
face.
I was one of those kids. Like I was like, when it comes to that shit, so many red flags. Like for like school, like my school life and shit like that. Like I remember in after school, I drew like there was a picture of Mickey and Minnie at like a square dance or something like that, and I drew tits on Minnie and like a dick on Mickey, and then like I got held after they wanted to talk with me, my dad, and a counselor about like what the fuck that is. You know what I mean?
That's a dick.
Dude.
Yeah, they're like, you can't do that, and you're like, that's a penis. I just learned that. You know what that's
uncircumcised. Clearly. No. But like I remember the counselor being like, so explain like what it is we have here. And I was just like, yeah, you got boobs,
you got the shaft,
like it's a court case,
you got some balls there.
Well, clearly, ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
my dad thought it was hilarious. And I remember panicking, being like, oh, don't tell mom. Like, you know, I remember thinking that.
Nobody say anything to mom.
He just like rubbed my head like, you little scamp. It's okay, buddy.
Go home and frame that. Put it right up on the fridge.
No, not that. But like, yeah, definitely. There's probably that file somewhere. Still.
Did the school keep the photo, or were you able to take it home?
They did not.
Did it go on your permanent record?
Oh,
dude, I would like. Do you think your permanent record still exists somewhere?
I don't know. Like that was what I was thinking.
Is that just a made up thing?
I was thinking, is there even a thing as a permanent record?
No, they do have a record. 100%.
Like I feel like that never came up. Like I don't know.
It's more of like a CPS thing than it is it's gonna follow you thing. It's more like, how much are we gonna judge the parents? Like everybody gets one dud kid per family. If you have 2 duds, they send somebody knocking. You know, that's what I think anyway. I think it's more of like they're building a case analysis for like.
Well, that begs
like,
the question.
What's the question?
Are you the dud kid?
I'm the dud kid, 100%.
Am I the dud kid?
I don't know. That's something that each person has to find out for themselves.
The dud kid.
I think if you have to ask,
there's one dud
you might
per
be
family.
the dud kid.
Yeah. I don't know. There was probably a time when you were the dud kid, and there's probably a time when you weren't. All right. It makes a shift. The duds wind up. They're the unsung heroes, really. You know what I mean? They're like the Red Sox in like 2000. What was that? 2008.
When they broke the curse.
Yeah. When was the curse broken?
It was a little bit late. I would have said 2009 or 10, I think.
All right.
My dad was
be
in
wrong.
my dad was in Boston for business when that happened, and he said it was like insane.
Oh, I bet.
Dude, there was more there were people fucking in the streets, dude. Like the Obama shit was nothing, dude. Do you remember how big a deal it was? Like dude, every time that like somebody won an election, there's always like the people parading in the streets.
Mhm.
And then there's always like the people like, what the fuck? Like, dude, I remember. Do you remember when the Bush and fucking
Kerry?
no, what's his fucking
Gore?
name? Gore, Bush and Gore election?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that was like my family was in shambles at that point in time because they were just like staunch Democrats, like fucking bleed blue, bleeding heart liberal type shit, and they were like, "What do you want? What do you want?" Like,
Because of the hanging chads?
the hanging chads.
Yeah. There was the votes that didn't go through.
I thought hanging Chad is taking your dick out. And
That's what you did to Mickey on that. You give him a hanging chad.
I gave him a little. Maybe that's hanging chode. I might be getting hanging Chad.
Yeah. Depends on the length.
What is a hanging Chad? Educate me, because I think that the Chad stuff went over my head.
So it was when you before you had the electronic ballots, when you had to go and like poke your like pencil
Get
through
the
the thing through the, and then so I think a lot of them didn't go through all the way, so they were just hanging there. So it was, did they vote for him or did they not vote for him? Hanging Chad.
That doesn't really. Where do they get the name Chad?
If they poke the hole,
Because it's a dimpled Chad. I think that's just the technique.
Waiting to be poked or already been poked.
Yeah, they're a pre-hanging Chad.
Have you ever hanged Chad in public?
I'm confused as to where this analogy went.
This one time when I was it was the first time I got drunk, right?
Uh-huh.
I was probably 14, right? Me and a couple friends got some money together. We went to our local scumbag with a fake ID and got a bottle of Southern Comfort, right? Because it was we were finna have a shindig, you know, St. Patty's Day and all. I got so drunk I was hanging Chad on Fiddler's Lane, dude. Just waving my Chad at traffic.
You're waving your Chad.
Dude, it was the same slut energy, dude. I'm telling you, I might as well have had a cowboy hat and my ass might as well have been out. But like, what do you do? What do you do if a 14-year-old's just hanging Chad outside? Like,
they call that an Al Gore.
Nice.
I mean,
that is a good question, though. I mean, I assume you probably call the police.
You gotta hit him
Like,
with you gotta hit him with the Chappelle.
Depending on how
put
big
that goddamn cock away.
Yeah.
Depending on
Dick away.
how big your dick is, they charge you as an adult or child.
You get charged by the inch.
Well, you know,
You're lucky you got a small pecker, buddy.
Yeah.
it's bigger than mine, so we're gonna try.
Yeah.
I have to register as a sex offender.
He's 26 years old. He's going to juvie.
I'm getting a FaceTime. Should I try and accept it?
I was gonna say,
FaceTime from who?
What's going on?
Oh fuck! It's fucking up the thing. I'm gonna decline it.
Live
Decline.
video paused.
There we go.
All right, we're back, baby.
Sorry, the kid with
Are we
the
allowed to call him out?
butt tattoo I was just talking about tried to FaceTime me.
He was trying to show us his butt.
He was trying to hang Chad.
He's trying to hang Chad. Yeah, I would say that's why we shouldn't pick it up, because we don't want to
Well, no, it's also
bare
gonna,
ass all over Instagram.
it's gonna screw up the feed anyway, so we couldn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, good to hear from you, bud.
Dude, okay, so we got I missed the chat. We got Paul saying all my kids live. Jim looks good today.
Thank you, Paul.
I've sniffed Dad's finger, and Nick says pimps. Hashtag
Nick Church
butt
calls
gang.
us pimps.
Yo, check out Nick Church on Churchy518's Twitch stream. He's gonna be playing a bunch of games. It's gonna be
Nice.
funny. He's pretty good. Speaking of which, dude, new Halo's coming out. Would you guys ever fuck
Ooh.
around with Halo?
There's a new
Halo.
Halo coming out?
in
I
December.
thought they vowed to make the last one the last Halo.
Yeah, Rolling
Well, this
Stones.
is Halo Infinity. So I mean,
Well, then now it can never end.
well, this one they plan.
If they make another one, then that nullifies Halo Infinity.
planning on they're planning on just updating this one like with the times.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be like kind of more dynamic, I guess, than previous Halos.
Interesting.
But, like, I don't know. There's something about Halo where I will buy whatever console they want just so I can have those 10, 15 minutes of just like jubilation and just reminisce about, my youth.
I mean, Halo was the teenage sleepover if you're in our
really
age,
was.
age range.
Preteen to teen.
It really was. It was a big deal.
If you were anywhere near a child under the age of 20 in like the early 2000s, you're hanging chads. Then Halo was the thing to do.
It was
pervasive.
It was Halo and Melee, and there was one of those two was happening at every sleepover.
Oh yeah,
from 2002 till fucking probably like 2007.
Man, Halo 2, we had like the fucking LAN parties in the basement. You'd be like, get 4 Xboxes over. The basement was probably 1,000 degrees.
I remember. I was thinking about that earlier. You remember when you thought that like technology could not get better if you tried? Like the first time you linked up 2 Xboxes, the first time somebody told me that, my mind blew right out of the back of my skull. I was like, wait, you're saying we can play with 2 Xboxes connected together through a wire? This is the future, guys.
Well, I remember
we're in the future right now.
I definitely remember thinking like Game Boy already did it. You know what I mean? With the fucking bullshit. But the best thing about it was like you could have a team in their own room, and then you could run a wire out to a different room, and like you get rid of the screen looking conundrum.
Yeah, and you could. That's what we'd always do, and then you can strategy with your boys without the other team hearing you sitting right next to each other.
Perfect, dude.
Yeah,
dude. I want to play Halo now.
Okay, right now,
dude. Guys,
thanks for listening. We're gonna go play Halo.
If anybody wants to, when Halo comes out, we will be playing.
That's right.
Well, I will. These guys don't
have an Xbox, but
we get one for Halo.
For Halo,
specifically,
does it work on an original Xbox?
No,
you need a 360 right, maybe.
You need an Xbox One or higher.
Oh, no, I don't know if I'm willing to make that investment.
I will give you my Xbox One.
Well, there you go.
I'll play.
I have to get the other Xbox first, but
okay,
we will play.
Can you play them from Xbox to Xbox?
I think you can play. I think it's cross-platform. So if you have a computer, I think you can do that. I don't know.
This has become a Halo podcast.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm just a big Halo guy.
I'll play on my laptop, and then you'll just see me running into the wall because I can't control it correctly on there with the scroll pad.
Plug in a regular controller, dude. You can.
But what if I find out I'm a genius with the scroll the touchpad?
I would be thoroughly impressed.
Yeah. What if I'm great with that?
You could be.
I feel like I would just end up running straight past people, like they'd be right in front of me and shooting them, and I just run right by.
TJ, why are you always great until you got to be great?
Good question.
No. So should we talk about why we're doing this on Thursday instead of a Sunday? We talked about it in the last one.
Yeah. So we're
sure.
So we're going to me and Ed are going to Washington State tomorrow. Go see a pretty shitty band.
Are you bringing weed on the plane?
No, not at all. Not at Albany.
It's legal though, right?
Is it legal if you're flying?
I don't know if you can.
What happens when you're above another state?
Yeah.
Would the air marshals bust you?
Yeah, it's that's like it, buddy.
Yeah, it's like that thing from Dark Knight where the fucking other plane comes and lands. And then they dock your plane, and then the U.S. Marshals come and they escort you off. They just fly you right to prison.
What does Bane say when the planes talk? Like, this is his opening line. What is it? Fucking shit.
I'm time to go mobile. I think that's when he's jumping out of the plane.
Reclaim your city.
I just flew in from Gotham.
It's like a bad Sean Connery. It's like he was doing a shitty Sean Connery with like fucking.
That's who they originally wanted to be Bane.
Are you kidding?
Yes.
I mean, come on, bro.
I wonder how he did come up with how he came up with the voice for that. It's such a strange.
Well, I feel like they
he watched that fucking Wheel of Fortune Sean Connery thing and was like, "Suck it, Trebek."
Yes,
and just started doing that over and over again.
We have a low battery.
Yeah, they. I mean, like all of the what they do great in that like series of the Batman films is they make the bad guys look nothing like they actually look like in real life. I guess the Scarecrow kind of looks like he does because he's just a guy. But I mean, Heath Ledger Joker, like you're never gonna guess that was Heath Ledger. Just by looking at him, I would never would have guessed who that was.
Yeah, but like
you would never guess that was Tom Hardy.
But he was talking specifically about the Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, the newer ones.
Sorry, I missed that.
The Jack Nicholson one was clearly. You ever dance with the dead with the pale moonlight,
man? And then they had fucking Danny DeVito. It's clearly Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
Yeah,
100%.
And then that was the one with Christopher Walken in it too, right? He's the mayor.
Cobblepot.
Dude, okay, so did you see that Michael Keaton's being recast as Batman?
He is
in Flash.
No shit.
I did not.
Oh, that's cool. Is he like fucking like old Bruce Wayne with the fucking mecha suit?
There is no way he is not old Bruce Wayne.
They're gonna CGI him back into young Bruce Wayne.
They were like,
they probably will.
Yeah, probably.
They were like, we could just like Ben Affleck's the perfect age for this. They're like, no.
Yeah,
that guy sucks.
Ben Affleck's Batman is like kind of very boring.
I didn't watch it. You watched that?
No, just seeing like from like clips and whatnot. He's just like, I don't know, man. He just looks like he's.
I watched it in the Justice League movie.
Kind of just looks like from the clips that he just like really puts it in.
Yeah, he's supposed to be playing old bitter, Batman who's like, my entire family's been killed. What do I have left to be excited about? I'm just gonna kind of hear,
I am watching.
So basically, just Ben Affleck doing Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
I'm watching Titans right now, it's pretty bad.
Oh yeah.
But one of the things that's kind of funny is like the first scene they show like Robin, and like Robin comes out, and all the dudes are like, "Oh shit, fucking Batman's coming!" And they're all like looking around, and it's just Robin standing there, and they're like, "Oh, it's just Robin." And they all think they're gonna like kick his ass, and Robin beats the shit out of all of them. And then like, it's kind of funny. Robin just turns around and looks at all their bodies. He's like, "Fuck Batman," and he just takes off.
I was gonna say, I was like, did he walk in there? Like, if I were Robin, I would walk in there, and then they'd be like, "Oh, Batman's coming. Oh, Batman's coming. I can't just come by myself.
I can't just kick your ass.
I can't just be here. I'm a superhero too. Everybody,
imagine." Do you think Batman would beat up a 14-year-old hanging Chad?
Did you guys see the?
Do you think that's under his jurisdiction?
Or he would tell him to put his dick away in the Batman voice.
Goddamn,
put your goddamn dick away.
Put your dick away. Where are they?
Did you guys see the meme where it was like Michael Keaton's Batman with a big smile on his face? It's like when you go get to beat up a poor person for stealing fruit.
I did not
Aladdin.
see that.
It's just Michael Keaton beating up Aladdin.
Michael Keaton. Well, that's the thing about Michael Keaton, though. He hasn't really aged that much. Like, I feel like he still looks relatively for his age.
Sense multiplicity.
I feel like Michael
Keaton
was an actor when I was younger. I did not like him, but now as I've grown up, I really enjoyed Michael Keaton.
Dude, I loved him in the Santa Claus.
Yeah, he's in the Santa Claus.
No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
That's the legend Tim Allen.
Yeah.
I don't really like him, to be honest.
Dude,
well, you can get off this show.
I feel like
come back.
I want to remake Face Off with Tim Allen and fucking Michael Keaton. I feel like that's
but with Michael Keaton as Batman and Tim Allen turning into
as
Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Dude.
And then Michael Keaton has to go through being in the same face as Tim Allen, realizing he's turning into Santa Claus and not knowing what's happening.
Have you watched the Santa Claus lately?
I think I watched it last year.
So did I. Kind of hold up.
Hey, I thought it was. I enjoyed it.
Hold on, I was trying to pull up a compilation of Bernard being a douche. Bernard's just the saltiest douche ever. Anyway.
I was gonna say, it would be a great twist when they bring Michael Keaton back into the Flash movie.
What?
If they had it be a crossover movie with multiplicity, so they're just multiple Batmans keep coming in. One of them's real angry.
There's definitely
another one's
a comic
like
book of that.
all dainty.
Oh yeah.
Another Batman's an idiot.
Yeah.
There's definitely comics with multiple Batmans.
Starring Batman and Batman.
And Michael Keaton's Batman.
I don't think he had a Robin, did he?
No, that's Val Kilmer that has a Robin.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
I thought,
Who was Val Kilmer's Robin?
Chris O'Donnell.
Who fucks Chris O'Donnell? Rosie's brother?
No, he was in. You'd probably recognize him if you saw him.
Yeah.
He looks like kind of looks like the guy from Matchbox 20. I think he was in two different. It's weird because they changed Batmans, but I think he was in both. He was in Val Kilmer Batman and George Clooney Batman.
Yeah.
Really? Give me your Batman.
What was the George Clooney Batman, Poison Ivy, and Mr. Freeze?
I believe so. Yes,
I think it was.
Yeah, it's cold. Chill out.
That's a. If you can find a compilation of that without getting pulled, that's a great Arnold one-liners from Batman. Mr. Freeze. What an interesting. Now, you guys have read Batman comics before and watched cartoons, right?
Yeah.
Every time Mr. Freeze is like a skinny guy who just has like a giant helmet on to keep him cold, and they choose Arnold Schwarzenegger to be.
You got to keep in mind he was riding that Terminator swag at the time.
That's right.
He wanted.
Why does he look so short?
Tonight's forecast. A freeze is coming. Allow me to break the ice. You are not sending me to the cooler. Freeze well. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
See, it's pretty much the same outfit as
That's Chris
Terminator.
O'Donnell. How now? Who?
Cool, bird boy. No, it's a cold town. Cool party.
Who?
Can you be cold, Batman? Yeah. To perfection. Revenge.
Do you think they got paid by the pun?
I was gonna say, did the director see the script for this and was like, no, not enough puns?
Say freeze 4 more times.
And then he's like, there's puns all over this. No,
There's so many.
There needs to be a pun in every single thing that he says. He can't be on screen without having an ice pun.
I think that was all the lines. That was incredible.
Do you
This entire movie.
think Arnold had any notes? Like he was just like, do you think this is like way too many freezes?
Arnold,
Come on, guys, this is ridiculous.
Arnold, I loved it. I don't think you said enough puns, baby.
No, like there's way too many times. I don't know. It's bad, Arnold.
And then he got
Wow.
and then he got elected governor a few years later. People saw that around the world and were like, that ice guy, he's got to be the governor.
They were like, we need more puns in the office.
Wasn't Mr. Freeze a pretty big sized dude in the Arkham Asylum games? Right? Wasn't he like?
Oh yeah, I guess he was pretty large in that. I think they were basing him off of Arnold.
Probably.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. They may have not been. Anyway,
all right, guys, it's been a lot of fun.
Yes.
Sorry we had to keep this one short.
I hope you all chill until next week.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, stay cool.
Freeze.
Chill out. Sorry.